Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. In today's Pick a Card reading, we are looking at the next 3 months and what you can expect from them or what you need to know. We have 3 groups as usual today, but instead of 1 card, we've got 2 for each group. Group number 1 is No Place Like Home. Group number 2 is Higher Power. And group number 3 is Happy Happy. A big special thank you to Leanna for sending in Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. So thank you so much, Leanna, for that and for the other special presents that you sent to me. So make your selection and use the timestamps linked in the description box or the chapter notes below to jump ahead to your chosen reading or readings. If you feel called to more than one, there may just be multiple messages that you're meant to know or receive at this time regarding the next 3 months. Keep in mind that this is a future reading, so not everything will resonate at the time that you're viewing this. It is advised to come back after the 3 months or during the 3-month period to check and see how things are unfolding or how they have unfolded and what did actually occur and how the messages resonate then. So make your selection and we'll see you in your readings. All right, hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose No Place Like Home. And the secondary card that we have here from the Ask and It Is Given deck is we are all co-creators within a diverse universe. Every physical being on your planet is your partner in co-creation. And if you would accept that and appreciate the diversity of beliefs and desires, all of you would have more expansive, satisfying, and fulfilling experiences. So right away, I feel like the next 3 months, you're going to be seeing an elevation in the level of frequency that you can connect to and the types of people and spirits that you're co-creating with. I'm really noticing the bird here, and the bird or the house here kind of looks like a birdhouse the way it's elevated up on this stick. Who else is going to be able to get up to that house other than somebody who can fly? And you can see here that not only can the bird fly, but so can you. So in the next 3 months, right away, I get this sense that you're co-creating in such a way that you do see or experience this elevation. Now, what is that going to look like? Well, let's find out. I do feel it's going to be satisfying and fulfilling for you, definitely expansive, and it could come as a result of you connecting with people who are expanding your beliefs and desires. I'm hearing inspiration, so people who inspire you, who elevate you, maybe even connecting with strangers. I'm just being called to mind as to yesterday I was in the dollar store and there was a man next to me who struck up a conversation about birdhouses, and I'm just now realizing the connection between these two things. So you could be starting to see different connections, random connections come in, and even in passing, seemingly insignificant conversations or interactions with people are going to inspire or elevate you. Okay, so I didn't choose any decks for the reading today. I'm just going to let Spirit draw me to whatever it is that they want for you, group number 1. And I'm seeing this deck right away, which is a flower deck. Thank you to the donors who have sent in the decks that we're working with. Pretty much every single deck that I have has been sent in, although I have purchased some of my own in the beginning stages. Baby's breath. Everlasting success is assured if you remain honest and true. Okay. We'll do one more from here. I'm hearing new dream. Tomorrow brings the illumination of your hopes. I feel like there's a new dream that's opening up to you. And like I said, it's this expansion. There's a co-creation process, whether it's you and another person or you and the universe, you and your higher self, working towards this goal. And it is going to be successful in the next 3 months as you gain illumination or a higher perspective on what it is that you've been hoping to achieve here. So let's take a look at that. What is it that group number 1 has been hoping to achieve? And what in the next 3 months is going to result? Or what do they need to know about this over the next 3 months? I'm seeing the 6 of Pentacles kind of popping out there. Again, about working together, receiving from other people, giving to other people. A cycle something cycling around, coming back to you. Okay, we have the Ten of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles reversed. We have the Strength card reversed. The World card reversed. Wow, okay. Let's do one more right off the top. The Two of Cups reversed. Okay, so there's some relationship, I want to say plural. There's some relationships in your life, group number one, that you are going to be tested by. Part of this is for you to see the connection to all other people and to understand your role in being able to work with the energy that you're giving and receiving and exchanging. And more importantly, how this is connected to your hopes, your dreams, your energy, your ability to ascend to that level. And it feels like previously there were pitfalls in your path where other people would come in and sidetrack you, distract you, take from you. There were moments of giving and receiving that I'm seeing here, but the past pattern itself, not toward any one specific person, but just the pattern in general seems to be that you would give too much to the point of exhaustion and then feel as though you didn't have the grounding or the stability that you needed, whether it was in relationships or in finances or in achievement of these desires, these goals, these dreams that you have. So I'm seeing you going higher and finding a higher source of stability here in the next 3 months. So that's actually what's being encouraged. It's not necessarily what has to be unless you will it to be so, but that's definitely what's encouraged here, finding a higher source of security, not from another person or from anything outside of you, but from spirit, from source, from your higher self, from your own personal power. Because the strength that you were kind of being tested with here and at odds with was the inability to see how everything was connected in regard to your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, your actions, and the manifested results. So there was some kind of indiscrepancy that Spirit wants to bring your attention to, because the next 3 months are going to be pivotal in you wrapping up some old cycles and seeing how things are connected and how you can connect with the right people at the right time to align to success in whatever endeavors you're attempting to pursue. Eight of Swords reversed. The Moon card. Yeah, you were not seeing these patterns here, the cycles, how things were unfolding, the people involved, the events. You were just giving and hoping for the best is kind of what this feels like. So the key here is to not repeat that cycle or that pattern. And this is why Spirit's brought you to the reading. It's not even so much to look forward to what's going to happen and to get details or clues about that. I'm seeing now that we've got some more cards on the table here that Spirit actually just wants to kind of talk to you about what has come before so that you have an idea of why that occurred and what you can do to change it in the next 3 months. And that's what you're being encouraged to do is to change through the awareness of this. Because I'm seeing a lot of mystery and illusion and confusion around who to connect to, how you connect, whether that was benefiting you or not. And I'm hearing something about intention with the Ace of Swords, how setting specific intentions will make you more capable of doing the things that you desire to do and feeling secure in the process of doing those things. Yeah, Seven of Cups reversed on the bottom here. This is like the underlying energy of this whole reading. It was confusing and there was illusions at play, maybe even manipulation in regard to the intentions that you were setting forth. Queen of Pentacles reversed, King of Pentacles counterparts here. And the Magician in terms of what you were attempting to manifest. So Spirit wants you to be really, really aware, group number one, of what you're doing with your energy, how you're contributing to the goals and desires that you have. So I want to get more information on what you need to do here? We're going to leave that card. What does group number 1 need to do here in the next 3 months to get into alignment with the success of their dreams, the illumination of these hopes being brought to fruition? Carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. I see both here, especially a journey of the mind, especially a mental journey. Because it's through this awareness that you're going to embark out of some kind of a comfort zone or territory that you were used to. This is what takes you towards this success. I'm wondering what it is that you want. Okay, it flipped right out. Crib, birth of a child or an enterprise. So you're trying to birth something here, and it takes 2 to tango. I just heard it takes 2 to tango. You do have the 2 of Cups here, and you've got co-creation at hand. So there's something you're trying to create. But the energy exchange between you and who you're trying or what you're trying to create this with, whether it's the universe or another person, is not stabilized, or there's some confusion and illusion around that. So, oh boy, yeah, it's like everything, and it's like too much all at once, and then it leads to confusion. So I'm not going to take any of those cards that fell. We're just going to take the ones that I felt called to there. So let's see. Turkey, someone is behaving stupidly. Ant, work, achievement, and success. This seems to be the goal here. This is the aim. You're trying to achieve something. You're trying to do it successfully. But somebody here is not on your side. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to our relationships with other people, they are our relationship with ourselves. Other people are not outside of you. You're not opposed to anyone else. And if you're attracting relationships that are taking from you, or that are draining you, or that are costing you things, costing you this success, costing you your health, your wealth, your sense of security, your own internal stability, or just leaving you in doubt or questioning things, I keep hearing distracted and getting off path when it comes to the work that you're trying to do. This is not the other person's fault. This is not to blame them and say they're bad. They are the ones causing this, because you have to understand that you are co-creating this, that you've attracted it, you've manifested it, you've drawn this person in, you've accepted them, and even if it's not one person, if it's just a series of events, you've created that because you are the all-powerful creator. And to deny that is to further confuse and create this illusion, which will lead to failure rather than success. If you try to conflate your success with blaming someone else for the reason it wasn't working, then you're just going to shoot yourself in the foot. So I'm seeing you working really diligently, really hard towards a goal in the next 3 months. And Spirit wants you to be mindful of who and what you have around you while you do that. Now, the factors that are involved here aren't even necessarily about other people. It's how you are allowing this energy into your life. So I do want to get another card on that. How is group number 1 allowing this energy into their life? And what do they need to know about that? Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Well, you've allowed it in because it's going to help you to grow spiritually. And as you grow spiritually, as you learn to embrace your power and do that as the main focus of your work, these two-faced people or people who are behaving stupidly are not going to, first of all, have an impact on you. They're not going to distract you. They're not even going to show up in your reality because you're not feeding that. Now, the goldfish always also reminds me of like forgetting. And I think that's the whole reason why this cycle was allowed to repeat was A, that you didn't have awareness of it, and B, if you did gain awareness of it, you would immediately immediately forget, or it would become confusing or illusory in some way. And so what you're supposed to do here in the next 3 months, group one, is to focus on what you want. Set the intention very clearly. If you need to write it down, write it down. If you need to remind yourself every day, then do so. Because there's something here where you keep forgetting what you're trying to do, or you keep getting distracted by the outside energy. Now, what that's teaching you here spiritually is how to hone your inner discipline, how to focus your mind, how to cut through illusion with the sharp knife of the mind. You got to turn this Ace of Swords upright so that you can see clearly and know how to discern, how to take action, and where the root of some of this imbalance or insecurity was really coming from. Because I can tell you, it's not from the outside world. It's not from these other people. The people you're attracting and what you're experiencing is just a direct result of where you've been at mentally. And so you can control that. And that's what you're going to do. That's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to understand the pattern. You're going to start seeing it. If you need to write it down, then do that. Because sometimes when we experience stuff, it can easily fall out of our mind. And so sometimes tracking things over time, like over the next 3 months, write down the patterns. What happened on this day? What did I do? What was I thinking? What did I manifest into my reality? Who did I come across? What did it inspire within me, either for better or for worse? So there's something here about you being able to track things and that working for you in terms of manifestation, simply because you can see the pattern more clearly, and then you can take action to create what you want out of that. You're not at the mercy of the universe. You are the universe in human form, having a human experience. So take that and work with it more directly is kind of what it feels like here. Yeah, okay, we are going to go in with half of the channeled words deck. So let's take a look and see what else does group number one need to know about the next 3 months, or what are you recommending here for them, Spirit? Beyond. This feels like you're getting beyond a pattern. And I really like that, group number one, because it does feel like this pattern has been haunting you for a while. You've been dealing with some of the, the stickier aspects of this for some time, and you're able to now rise above it, to move beyond it. Whatever you give out is what you're going to get back. And it's not talking about good karma or bad karma. What I'm seeing here with the beyond and the message in this reading is more so that what you are thinking and what you're focusing your energy on is what you're going to amplify. Think of it like the algorithm of the universe. This is how you're co-creating. Whatever you choose to focus on, whether it's good or bad, whether you like it or hate it, if you're spending any time at all focusing on it, it's just going to give you more of it. So be very conscientious in the next 3 months. And again, tracking it or journaling it will be helpful to see these patterns and to reorient them in a direction that you want. That's the success. That is the success that gets you beyond this pattern. Then you don't have to repeat it anymore. And what a blessing that will be. You don't have to repeat it, going around and around and around like a merry-go-round, getting dizzier and dizzier and dizzier, and having no peace, no calm, just circles and circles and circles. Get off the merry-go-round. I feel that one, and I think we'll take a look at some of these. Well, you've got money-minded here, so there's definitely stuff to do with material wealth coming up. And if that's what you're trying to create, then take a look at the patterns that are getting you off track with that. Where are you getting distracted? Unicorn. Unicorns have been presenting synchronistically for the past little while. I know because I wrote that down. So keeping track of things, especially if you tend to be forgetful, is like a huge lesson here for you in the next 3 months. But the unicorn is about purification, innocence. And I was noticing that both of the flowers that came out from that deck are white flowers. The unicorn is white. So there's a purification of the money mindset and the ability to direct your will and to create results. I'm hearing no longer getting distracted, but you have to remain focused. So what's being recommended here okay, they said take those. So that whole chunk wanted to be here. Pay attention to patterns, things that happen more than once. Creating. Yes, co-creation and creating. The success that you're looking for, especially if it relates to financial security and money in general, this is going to manifest in a healthy, positive way. as soon as you are able to see the patterns. They just keep really beating that over my head here, group number one, that what you're creating is purely based on your mindset. What you're attracting, what you are literally manifesting is a result of the mindset. So that's the first place to look. And you'll see your mindset through your behaviors and through what you attract. So if you're not sure about what to do with the mindset, again, it's like look to the patterns because you'll see it. That's what you're creating. Writing, I literally said like start a journal because that's what they were showing me. And cherished. Oh, they're pointing me to the crib, birth or conception. Cherishing this intention, nurturing it like a child, or maybe it is literally that you want to have a child, you want to start a business, you want to have a marriage, you want to go on a trip, whatever it is that you're trying to save up for, whether it's energy or money or both. They want you to write it down so you can really see it and understand it. And that will help you cherish the intention and cherish the union between you and the forces of nature that are helping to provide that algorithmic support is kind of what it feels like. Algorithmic support in the sense that the natural laws of the universe are going to mirror directly what it is that you're putting out there, what you're resonating at, what you're vibrating at, what you're thinking about, what you're feeling, what you believe to be true. So getting yourself out of this pattern is a purification of the mind, because through that, you're going to create a lot of wealth for yourself. Now, I want to get some closing cards. Let me see. Where do you want me to go? I'm going to go in with the Woodland Wardens deck. Thank you to Michelle for sending this one in. For group number one, final closing messages for the next 3 months. What do they need to know? Bashfulness with the opossum and peony. I just noticed too that you've got baby's breath and the crib. Wow. Yeah, definitely something to do with children. And you had that home and the birdhouse, kind of like the nest. The moth and eucalyptus, an ending. The world card in reverse especially is talking about the need for an ending, because that cycle didn't end. But the great thing about an ending is that it facilitates a new beginning. The only way we can have a new beginning is if something else ends. So it's the end of the mindset. I do want to read bashfulness. I feel like there's something hidden there that I'm not seeing. So let me get the deck out, or the book out. Okay, bashfulness. To play possum is to remain quiet and still when faced with danger. The expression comes from the opossum's unique reaction to fear. It keels over and pretends to be dead. This is an instinctual response and an effective one. Spotting what appears to be a dead opossum, predators will often lose interest. Similarly, the beautiful peony flower is associated with bashfulness. According to Greek mythology, nymphs who wished to hide from mortal eyes would disguise themselves as peonies. Upright, you may wish to hide away from the world. While periods of solitude are necessary and healthful, be sure your retreat isn't driven by fear. The question to ask yourself, how do I respond to fear, instinctually or otherwise? You do have that strength card there. So there, and the moon is about fear, an illusion of that fear clouding your mind and distorting what you believe to be possible and therefore what you're creating. So clarity is being able to see those fear responses that are born from these I'm hearing something about a sheltered part of the self, or seeking shelter in that home frequency, moving beyond some of the previous patterns of insecurity. For some of you, this originated early on in childhood, or this became a pattern in your family home. But now you're being trained in your mental discipline to strengthen your mind and to work towards what you really want. And to do that, you do have to kind of work against what was there before, deprogramming and then reprogramming, so that you can see that success. The illumination is going to come. So I want to say be very open to any kind of guidance that you see. Again, pay attention to patterns, because they'll probably come through synchronicities. But I'm seeing this possum here really talking about that fear response, especially when faced with an ending, playing dead. You literally have the ending here, it's a death head moth. So instead of playing dead, which is that freeze response in the face of something challenging occurring, this is kind of like an unlearning of that over the next 3 months. And there's going to be some healing involved there. Definitely going to be some healing involved. And I think that the characters in your life and the situations you find yourself in financially and romantically or otherwise, there's going to be some shifts and changes in the foundations of that. Like, for example, you're going to see different people enter your life, sometimes briefly or sometimes to stay. And the way that you interact with them is going to be a little bit different. So you may feel more open to being vulnerable, less guarded, and also better able to discern who really is not for you, and to be able to set healthy boundaries. Maybe it's like gray rocking them with the two-faced friend and the turkey, somebody behaving stupidly, and these sort of freeze response energies. Sometimes it is appropriate and healthy to shut down to someone who you know is going to steal your energy. And simply by doing that, by setting that boundary, you're saying, I'm not going to participate in that, and that I don't want more of it. So again, that algorithm isn't going to feed you more of that if you keep maintaining that stance. The key is not to waver, right? To stay focused on that and keep doing that work. If you do it once, that's not enough. You have to do it many, many times to really set it in, especially if you're deprogramming something that originated pretty early on in your life. I'm seeing, though, on the plus side, I do see progress here when it comes to manifesting what it is you desire. And they're showing me a crib in my mind's eye right now. It doesn't look like this. It's like a white wooden barred crib. Okay. So maybe there's something about that, because the bars are reminding me of like a prison almost, is something that once kept your innocence safe. Unicorn is also innocence. Is something that once kept your innocence safe actually becoming a prison for you? And how do you need to break out of that? These are the questions Spirit wants you to ask. As you search for answers over the next 3 months, you're going to start to see things change. They're showing me you growing up in like hyperspeed. So like that baby in the crib is now released from that prison and able to walk on its own 2 feet. It's able to grow and feed himself or herself, able to go out into the world, into the wider world. So I do see a lot of exploration here for you. And this is part of your spiritual development. It's kind of like you're learning how to walk, but it's through the discipline of the mind rather than through the use of your legs. So I'm seeing you really kind of having to relearn how to walk. Maybe it's like you fell down, you hurt yourself in the experience initially and didn't understand why. And now you're kind of getting re-educated in the next 3 months. So look forward to this. Don't dread it. Don't fear it. It's all happening. This process is unfolding for you, through you, not against you. And so that's like the number one thing is the mindset here, really the mindset. If you see it as a negative thing, that's what you're creating. There's no one to blame but you. And if you see it as an opportunity, that's what you're creating, and that's what you'll evolve into. You'll see that success come because you're having a growth mindset about it. Okay, so I want to say, group number 1, even if there is some tough stuff that you're dealing with in the next 3 months, you are going to come out of this so much stronger, so much better off. There's a purification occurring. You're going to get mentally clear and focused. You're going to fight through that fear and come out the other side so much better for it, because you're going to finally have achieved the security and the success in these dreams and wishes manifesting in your reality, not because of some divine intervention coming in and swooping in to save the day, but because you created it. You did it, and that is something to be proud of. So I'm sending you lots of love and encouragement and fierce strength to be able to deprogram and reprogram yourself over the coming months for your greatest and highest good in accordance with this spiritual growth and development. And may the people who you are attracting into your life over the next 3 months be very positive and supportive in this role, whether they're showing to you very blatantly the mirror of your reality and your mindset, or coming in as an opportunity to found new trust and new relationships. Again, mirroring the work that you're doing within yourself. I love you, bless you, and we'll see you in the next reading. And I want to, before you go, big shout out and thank you to Otter Spirit for sending in some bracelets here. I have a 20% discount code if you guys are interested. It is linked in the description box below. They sent me some celestite, amethyst, and rose quartz here, and every purchase goes to supporting otters and sea life. So if you're interested, check them out. They have new collections every month, and you can scan this code or visit otterspirit.com. And don't forget to check out my other channel, the Divine Channel Collective, where we bring through collective channeled messages for you using Tarot Oracle and my direct channel to Spirit. If you're interested, you can check that out. We go a lot deeper into collective messages and energies, and working with Spirit has taught me so much in that way. So I hope that it's helpful and useful for you. Take what resonates in every reading I do and leave the rest. This is your personal journey, and I'm just here to be a mirror of that. I love you. We'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Higher Power card. And the second card you got is I am a physical extension of source energy. Everything in your physical environment was created from non-physical perspective by that which you call source. And just as source created your world, and you, through the power of focused thought, you, from your leading edge place in this time-space reality, are continuing to create your world. So that's cool that you've got source energy and higher power here, so that you're working with this source energy in the next 3 months. I'm seeing a lot of growth, expansion of the solar plexus, and how that relates to the crown chakra are going to be areas of focus for you over the next 3-month period. I'm actually seeing 2 months of focusing on the solar plexus and then 1 month of focusing on the crown chakra, but you could alternate between those two, or you could see themes of that arising in your life. Solar plexus being about your sense of self, your confidence, your decision making, your ability to take action and trust yourself, to discern, your ability to really know yourself at a deeper level, and to intuitively feel and trust that instinct of the self. And then the crown chakra being about that connection to source, connection to that higher power, the higher intuition, the ability to just know something and to, again, trust your ability to then take action on that or implement in that way. So you're creating a lot over the next 3 months, group number 2. But I'm curious to see how you're going to work with source here. I didn't plan any deck choices yet. I'm just kind of flying off the cuff like I like to do. So let's see, I'm feeling this one. Okay. What is group number 2 doing in the next 3 months? Thank you to Cooley Art for sending in this handmade deck for us. You can find that on Cooley Art on Instagram. Here. Source is here. Oh, they're saying present power. Present power? Presence power? Yeah, anchoring into the here and now, into the present moment. Abundance. Wow. Okay. This does seem to be a theme. We were kind of seeing a little bit of this, but like from a more intense angle in group number 1. Where am I going next? This one. Okay. What is group number 2 working with here in the next 3 months? I almost wanted to say 2 months. So again, I feel like the next 2 months, very solar plexus focused, and they want to talk about that. Ask your angels. There's a gateway, there's a portal that you're going through. It's a portal within the self, though. That's not something outside of you. It's solar plexus. It could be activated by the sun, but it's in you. And they want you to start working with your own intuition. So it's not even about asking the angels outside of you. This is really asking yourself, your own source, higher power that's a conduit through you. Yeah, they keep saying gateway opening. 333 as I said that. And don't stop. Keep pushing, keep pursuing. Yeah. Peaceful resolution. They're saying something about something that was haunting you. and having that resolved in the next 2 months specifically, especially as you're working with the solar plexus energy. You're going to see that resolve, something that was haunting you. So it could be something from the past or something that was just really difficult to deal with or that was scary to you. I'm hearing something about steel. Do you mean like steel as in the metal, or do you mean steel as in something was taken? If you believe, I really feel like you getting grounded in the present moment and looking towards your own inner guidance, your own source of light within you, is going to prevent and reverse anything that was stealing your abundance. Because it feels like there was something they keep giving me this essence or this energy of something that was haunting you, and you're needing to reconsider. You're needing to reconsider what you believe about that, because if you believe that something can take power from you, then you're giving it the power to do so. So the peaceful resolution I see here is you really working on developing and strengthening this sense of self and your own personal power and your divine connection to source, because it is you, it's not outside of you, and it lives within you. The clearer those chakras become, the stronger you will be in that knowing of that truth, and the more peaceful this resolution will be. This abundance never left is what I just heard. The abundance never left. It cannot be stolen. Yes, because you are source. You are everything. Everything you need is within you. So where have you given away that power to something outside of you and allowed that belief to dominate? Okay, let me see. I feel this deck. Oh, no, it's this one. Okay, they want me to go in with the past life one. So this could be something past life that you're working on. Food and hunger. Abundance, definitely, yeah. Having enough to eat, to nourish yourself. The solar plexus does rule our digestion. Literally, the stomach, the gut. So you are needing sunflower seeds, I just noticed. I never associate sunflowers with sunflower seeds. But we can eat those. Okay, interesting. Communal living. Shared resources, I'm hearing something about shared resources. Yeah, they are talking about past lifetimes. So you could be focusing on these past lifetimes related to some of these patterns in your energy centers in the next couple months. And clearing out some outdated vows. If you're not sure how to work with that energy, ask for guidance, because you do actually have some spirit guides here that are willing and able to work with you on these patterns, past life vows, perhaps of abstinence, or like it's almost like a hunger strike or hunger fast, like feeling as though you needed to have less to be purified in some way. This is an interesting message. But you're meant to connect with your own inner source of higher power, which is fruitful and abundant at all times. Oh, the here and then the past energy. I just noticed that too. So maybe this is about getting out of the past. Yeah, but first you have to go back to clear some stuff that was affecting the present moment. You're not meant to live in the past. You're just meant to go there, retrieve what you need to retrieve, clear what you need to clear, and then come back and get anchored right centered in the present moment. The seat of your power is in the present moment. Father, okay. The solar plexus is masculine polarity energy. It's both, because we all have both. Just depends on the side of it you're working with, left or right. But the father archetype here, very significant. You're going to be resolving something there. Imprisonment or slavery. Okay. I do feel this one as well. Trees. Trees. They're saying something about charismatic leaders that's so random. And they're saying the word arbitrary. Charismatic leaders and arbitrary. This could be connected somehow to finances. I'm not sure how. wars and battles, okay? They're saying go to the forest, phobias, to face your fears. The forest, in symbolic terms, can represent the subconscious mind. It's the shadow sides of the self, the parts of us that we fear to tread because there's fear there. So there could be some phobia here around not having enough to eat, or having living situations or living quarters be either too confining or too open. So there's something here to do with your security that you're meant to focus on in the next 3 months. Group number 2, and this is going to help you to resolve some of these things where you are at war with yourself. It's going to help you stabilize and anchor into the present moment and get very clear in this vibration of peace and prosperity, connected with your own source energy and flow, so that you know unequivocally, not because you have things on the outside that back that up, but because you know intuitively, instinctively within you that you have more than enough, that you are more than enough, that you are free, that you are safe, that you are secure, that you're protected, that you don't have to, you're not conscripted, or, vows and wars and battles. Interesting. There may have been, they keep saying hunger strike, something about a hunger strike against some kind of arbitrary war or battle that you were being conscripted to. This is very specific. Okay, we're going in with the Woodland Wardens again. I used this in group 1. All the other cards are different, but this one. Independence. Communal living is very codependent. Like, it doesn't have to be, right? It can be healthy. It can be honoring of independence and interdependence. But I'm seeing something here about like this imbalance between the ability to sustain yourself. Even prisoners are dependent. They don't fend for themselves. They're trapped, but they're being fed. So there's something about that as well that they want you to focus on. And the solar plexus here is you gaining a sense of self and trusting and honoring your own ability to create and provide security in your own life. Very much about your independence. Your right to choose, I'm hearing. Your right to choose. I'm hearing, where is that being threatened in your life? Either subtly or overtly. Where is that being threatened? So you're focusing on doing a lot of healing of these patterns in the next 3 months. And I'm not seeing any of this showing up outside of you specifically. Like, it definitely could. If you're ignoring it, it could manifest in a catalyst that occurs outside of you that you then have to deal with. But I'm really seeing, if you're conscientious of this, you don't have to work through it at that level. So in the next 3 months, what you can do instead is choose to go back and look at these things and then heal them from the root, from the inside, maybe even root chakra, because I just said that and you got the tree there. And that is to do with safety, security, connection to your tribe, nourishment as well. So you feeling secure and able to provide and have those stable roots and feel protected, have the nourishment, this is going to help you to heal. And then you don't have to experience that catalyst or that reflection of that on the outside anymore. Feeling a lot more stable in life, a lot more abundant. I actually feel these two. Success. This is going to lead to success because you're not beholden to anything or anyone outside of you. You're not dependent on the outside world in any way. The wolf and rosehip guardianship. And on the bottom you have the vulture and asphodel upheaval. Okay, they want me to read guardianship from the book. Let me find that. Guardianship. The wolf travels in a pack, protecting its family and community. Okay, you've got a lot of themes about community here. And versus independence, or how those two intermingle. Like the hound, the wolf signifies loyalty and commitment. Relatedly, the rosehip is a source of food, but also a symbol of love, as it is the berry produced by the rose plant. Its combined associations with nourishment and affection make it an emblem of familial love and care. upright. You are called to be a mentor. Who among your pack might need your counsel? Taking a leadership role in community activism is another way to lead like the wolf. Questions to ask yourself: whom can I mentor? How can I be a leader in my community? And whom do I turn to for help? I see you tapping into a couple of different lifetimes here, group number 2. So over the next couple months, as you're doing this energy healing work within yourself, just exploring these themes, you're going to see some patterns arise from the past where you resisted against the temptation of control or subservience or feeling imprisoned in any way, your freedoms being restricted. You're going to see that theme come up, and how you assert yourself now, not through dominance or aggression, but really through this feeling of security and independence that you have from the inside. Your connection to source is the stable security that you seek. Spirit just said, okay? Your connection to source is the stable security that you seek, and that can't be taken from you. The other thing I see here is your relationship to other people, to the community, to how you're nourished and how you nourish other people, what you're giving, what you're getting, and how you can actually work together they said harmonically, but I meant to say harmoniously, rather than being at odds with other people. Divide and conquer is not going to work, and it's not a strategy you want to adhere to. So make sure that you're doing healing here through connection, through community, both this inherent relationship that you have with yourself and source, yourself as source, I should say, and the relationships that you're seeing with other people in your life. How they empower you, how you empower them is what Spirit just said. You have a lot to do with nourishment. Even the rose hips talking about nourishment, food and hunger, abundance. So your ability to nourish yourself. And it's funny that you've got 2 examples of plants that can be used as nourishment, the sunflower seeds and the rose hips. So there could be something about incorporating more plants into your diet, especially if this is something that helps your digestion or that gives you the nourishment that you need. Maybe it's something that connects or holds more source energy. Plant life kind of does, right? Because it's not dead, it's alive. So there's something about that could be helpful as well here, especially if you're focusing on healing any gut issues, any physical health issues of any kind. It's like you're not going to feel trapped in the body or be at war with yourself anymore. And if you need guidance or help with this, turn to a mentor. You do have guardian spirits around you that are helping to guide you through this. They're connected to source. They are a part of you. They're not separate from you. And this is still you working with your own independence. So long as you're not relying on or depending on anything or anyone outside of you in an unhealthy way. It's okay to have these connections that support and that are symbiotic, that are mutually beneficial. And it's okay to ask for help when we need it, but just make sure that you're focusing also on your own sense of security and stability and doing that work from the inside out, because that's what's going to prevent any feelings of being captured or stuck or trapped or dependent on anything or anyone outside of you. I really want to drive that message home because it's coming through really strongly. But definitely traveling in a pack, communal living, like being connected to people, even the trees, the roots of the trees. This could be connecting with nature too, right? It doesn't have to be humans. It could be living at one with nature, planting a garden, seeing it grow, tending to that, being the guardian, and then seeing the fruits of your abundance literally manifest in the here and now, being able to reap those rewards and then benefit from the nourishment of what you have grown, whether that's literal or symbolic. They actually want me to go back in with this deck. So there's something else here that we're meant to talk about. They keep pointing me back to the sunflower. This could be a symbol for you, showing you that you're going in the right direction. Awakening. Well, the sunflower points towards the sun and it grows really tall. Like of all the flowers, the sunflower is the tallest, I think. So this is you awakening to higher and higher levels of this inner power that you have. Yes. Your psychic abilities, your intuitive self, the source frequency within you, heightening, heightening, heightening. Cherish this connection. I'm also hearing cherish your body. In the next 3 months, you could really be focusing on the health of your physical vessel, tending to your body, not just with food, but also with the connections you have with the people around you. And the healthy roots that you have within the community. That's actually going to help your physical body. That's what they're showing me. It's like the roots of the tree. If there's any nutrients missing in one tree, another tree can divert some of its resources to that tree to help it out. And this doesn't drain the tree that's donating that energy. It's able to share because it has more than enough. And then it receives back in return at a later date when it needs something too. So there's this sense of cooperation that I'm getting. Yeah, you're being advised in the next 3 months to take especially good care of, they're saying something about your feet. Oh, okay. I was just going to say your body, but they're showing me the feet right now. So something about the feet. Somebody in this group, this is not a message for everyone because it's so darn specific, but they're saying something about an orthopedic surgeon and relying on community. And they're showing me somebody having surgery on their foot, the bones in their feet, and then needing crutches and having to rely a little bit more heavily on other people. So some of that independence is kind of, it seems to be taken away, but it's not, because it's teaching you this lesson, whoever this message is specifically for, or it's a metaphor, I don't know, but it's teaching you this lesson about how to foster interdependence if you've become too hyper independent. So whatever needs to happen here, there's a balancing effect that's taking place, and it's to do with your physical health. You have life on the bottom and connection. Oh my God. Like, yeah, you can't make this shit up, you guys. Like, look, this is the message. Over the next 3 months, you're going to be focusing on your life, your connection, and the potential that you have therein through grounding. Again, rooting. All of life is connected. You're not separate from it. No man is an island. No woman is an island. We just need to get grounded in our internal sense of security and how that relates to the outside world and other people. And then we really start to see this higher power work through us and manifest out into our reality. I'm hearing life is on your side. Life is on your side, group number 2. So no more of this pitting yourself against yourself, your mind against your body, you against other people or the world outside of you. Really see everybody as on your side. Cherish life in all of its sacred forms, is what I just heard. Cherish life in all of its sacred forms, including and definitely not limited to yourself. Okay. Final message, which is kind of what they've been saying. They're talking about guardianship of the body. Guardianship of the body, making sure that you, as your body hosts your soul, right? So making sure that you are tending to the garden of your body and meeting its needs. They're showing me like a Zen garden, peaceful. Something about peacefulness could be helpful in this growth that you're going through, or connecting with that higher power, that source energy within you. And they're showing me a bonsai tree. So it's like this detailed work, pruning, tending to, cutting out what doesn't serve you. Maybe that's cutting out certain foods that are inflammatory or make it difficult to digest. And digesting the past too, right? Sometimes it's not about digesting food, it's about digesting emotion, energy. Food for thought, Spirit just said. They're so funny. Yeah, this is food for thought for sure. Okay, final, anything else, Spirit, you want to say? No, that's it. Okay. So that's the message Spirit wanted to bring through for you, group number 2, in the next 3 months. I keep wanting to say 2 months though. So I think for you, they really want you to hone in on these themes in the next 2 months. And then the month after that is when you're really going to start to see things open up in terms of what you can access of your potential. They're showing me the light peeking through the trees, the tops of the trees, and the crown chakra. Yeah, definitely. So 2 months doing some of this like inner work and nourishing your body and yourself and your soul. And then that 3rd month, you really start to see the potential of this sacred knowledge awaken within you. And I'm really excited to see what that's going to look like for you, because they're showing me an increased level of independence as it relates to your finances, your health, and your connections with a community of people that really make you feel rooted, grounded, stable, and secure. Okay, I'm sending you lots of love, group number 2, for the next 3 months and beyond. Thank you for being here on the channel, supporting my work. Thank you to all the donors who have sent in decks of cards or donations or super chats. I really appreciate you guys helping me to continue doing this work for you and at the collective level. And thank you to Otter. Otter Spirit for sending in these bracelets. I got celestite, amethyst, and rose quartz, and every purchase goes to help animal wildlife in the ocean and otters. If you're interested, they have new collections every month. There's a discount code that I will link in the description box below, and you can scan the code or go to otterspirit.com. So thanks guys for being here. I love you. Don't forget to check out my new channel, the Divine Channel Collective, where we bring through more collective style messages, energies to work with, and we dive a little bit more deeply into those archetypes and themes. If you're interested or curious, that's also linked in the description box below. I love you guys. Have a wonderful next 3 months, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose Happy Happy. And your second card is Moods are indicators of my emotional set points. Happiness as an emotional set point, and the crystallization of that I'm seeing with the snowflakes. Snowflakes fall down, balloons rise up. Okay, let's see what it says. When you continue to focus on any thought, it becomes increasingly easy to continue to focus on it because the law of attraction is making more thoughts like it available to you. And so emotionally speaking, you are developing a mood, or you are achieving a habitual vibrational groove, so to speak, or a set point. It's like the algorithm. I was talking about this in group 1. It's like the algorithm of the universe. Like it's going to mirror back to you more of what you're focusing on, whether it's thoughts, emotions, what you're giving attention to, what you feel triggered by, what you enjoy. It's all going to manifest more of itself. So we do have to be intentional with where we choose to focus our moods, our thoughts, and our beliefs. I'm seeing you being happy though, and crystallizing something here in regard to a shifting mood, because patterns of mood are not always predictable. Happiness is not always predictable, but if we choose to embrace, they're saying something about an archive. Okay, so random. Something about an archive. If we choose to embrace some archived emotions, they're showing me the crystals in the snowflake, and they're showing me a DNA spiral right now. Something about the biology of your mood. They're showing me energy centers. They're showing me the third eye. Maybe this is talking about a perspective shift, crystallizing something in the third eye chakra, pineal gland, to help you to increase your sense of happiness, joy. They're showing me the hummingbird there, the joy that you experience from life. Oh, right. The moods are driven by, yes, it's neurochemical reactions, but there's also an aspect of that they're saying something about entrainment. They're showing me frequencies and harmonics shifting. Spirit's coming through so loudly in your reading, group number 3, much more than group 2 and 1. Like they're channeling a lot to me very directly here. So I feel like you're going to be doing this in the next 3 months, or something about this energy, and they're showing me third eye again. The pineal gland, the thymus gland, the thyroid, these are all like hormonal centers. So there's something about your hormones, your mood, something crystallizing, a biological effect that's taking place as a result of entrainment, they're saying. Entrainment to the happiness core vibration. Oh, entrainment to the happiness core vibration, and it's physically shifting your DNA. That's what they're literally showing me right now. It's shifting your DNA. If you've been practicing this, they're saying something about subtle cues. Maybe you've been doing some subconscious reprogramming, or you've been using subliminals, or you've been focusing intentionally on happiness and what brings you more joy. That nourishment of the soul is feeding the biology, and it's shifting and turning on genetic markers or factors for more happiness. And they're showing me serotonin production increasing. They're showing me sunshine. Okay, maybe this is about getting more light, vitamin D, helping to balance out those hormonal centers, regulating your mood, increasing your satisfaction with life is literally what Spirit is saying. It's crystallizing. Yes, it's taking form. And it's a predictable pattern, whereas, like I was saying, moods are not always predictable, but they're showing me here that there's something about this that is a predictable pattern. And it's like that algorithm again. So you're able to work with it. And I'm hearing the word beneficial, beneficial, beneficial. Wow. Group number 3, this is fantastic. The next 3 months is looking very positive for you. Let's go in with some cards. I'm actually feeling drawn to this deck, which is, it's an herbal alchemy deck. Okay, one. Feel this one. And that one. Okay, we've got Primrose. To celebrate a new start, primrose is one of the first flowers of spring and signifies new beginnings, resurrection, and hope. I love that. New beginnings and hope. You've got the daisy. As soon as I picked it up, I heard Daisy, Daisy, whatever that song is. Daisy is an anti-inflammatory, stimulates the circulation, and is restorative by nature. The Anglo-Saxon name derives from dagus ig, meaning day's eye. Oh my God, the third eye. The flower opens only in sunlight. Oh, they were showing me vitamin D. Get out in the sun. It's going to help regulate your mood. Energetically, Daisy encourages playfulness and purity. Again, joy. It's like pure joy, resurrection and hope, joy, fun. It's like the sun is returning to your life. Springtime, sunshine. Wow. And honeysuckle. For hot heads and sore throats. Energetically, honeysuckle is protective and attracts prosperity. It is a calming nervine that works to clear excess heat from the blood, cool inflammation, and pull out heat caused by stress and anger. Lonicera caprifolium could also be used to make this remedy. For hot heads and sore throats. Honeysuckle. Happy, happy. I just get this sense, group number 3, that you're going to be very pleasantly surprised with the next 3 months, especially if you came from groups 1 or 2. The reason I say that is because I feel like those are preamble for this reading. Like those are kind of like the things that you're meant to do and a little bit of more of that harder work or more intense stuff that you're dealing with over the next 3 months. And then this is kind of like the reward. This is the sweet honey after all that work that you put in. This is the nectar of life that is nourishing to you. So I'm seeing a protective force field or shield around you right now, clairvoyantly, and they're showing it to me again, emanating from the third eye. So there's something about your pineal gland that's activating in the next 3 months. Maybe you've been doing some work therein. They're showing me the shields around the actual pineal gland itself. They're saying something about an orbit, and they want me to go in with the tea leaf deck, okay? Maybe there's some kind of energy purification you're doing of the mind or of the wall. It says misunderstanding, but they were showing me like a protective barrier or a wall around your third eye, helping to keep it safe and nourished. Wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. No, I'm not going to read it that way because I'm just going to read this intuitively, energetically. What they're showing me is that you are being protected and that this energy is acting as like a guard around the third eye. Yeah. I feel those two and those. Wow. Okay. Lots from that deck. Let's see. We got vase, bread, and pin. New job or career, period of prosperity and abundance, and secret admirer. I just heard putting something away. Are you putting something away? Putting a pin in it? Saving it for later? Wrapping something up? Okay, let's see. Grapes, time to go out and have fun. That's what I'm seeing. Like this is the next 3 months focus for you guys. I mean, incorporating more of this, even if you're doing other stuff, there's lots on your table is what Spirit is showing me. And you are meant to enjoy or have moments of joy that really allow you to embrace the fun. And this is like nourishment for the soul and nourishment for purple. Again, the third eye being significant, purple indigo. Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. This is what you're meant to do. Raises your vibration, they're saying. Finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. And they're pointing me to the bread and the pin. And that was talking about a career change and a time of prosperity, period of prosperity. So what's the problem with that? Man, dealings or relationship with a man, and older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. So there's clearly an older man here, a male energy that is of significance. They're showing me that guardian at the gate or that wall. Look at how I didn't even mean to do that, but this is kind of like forming a wall. The four walls. Constructs. Maybe this is talking about boundaries, group number 3, having those healthy boundaries in place to make sure that you are protecting your resources or protecting your happiness, not letting anything that's going to disturb that. Or they're saying fierce. They're saying something about a nodal point. They're showing me like 2 feet up above the head, connecting to the third eye. Descending force, they're saying. Clear passage of time. Older man's influence denotes major change. This could be a boss or somebody in a position of power. There could be actually 2 men involved. There could be a younger man and an older man. They're showing me scales balancing, weighing out something. They keep pointing me back to the third eye again. They're showing me the pine cone, which is also a representative, or it's a symbol for the third eye, the pineal gland. The pine cone, wisdom keeper, sanctified marriage or harmonious connection. I feel like I need more information. Let me see. Oh, they just showed me a flash of a doctor. I just saw an older male doctor. They could be pointing you to a problem that helps you to feel better. They could literally be saying, you're vitamin D deficient here. Take these supplements or go out in the sun, right? And then you get out in the sun, doctor's orders, and you just feel so much better. There's something about that. Hold on. Practice. The best way to be good at a skill is to practice, practice, practice until you get it right. I just saw somebody practicing having fun. And it's not something we usually think that we have to practice, but maybe you've gotten out of the habit of having fun because you've been too focused on work or setting these boundaries or, like other stuff that you've had to do, healing stuff, taking care of other people. I don't know, but there's like other things that you've been focused on, and they want you to practice having fun because there's something in that that's actually part of the work. Like the way they're showing it to me, it's like having more joy in your life is part of the work of unlocking some soul gifts, specifically clairvoyance, psychic abilities, vision, truth through that inner eye, like the joy, the imagination. Oh, right. That's why. Okay. Gotcha. The imagination, that's the conduit or the bridge to the unseen realms. That's why children are actually quite psychic naturally, is because their imagination hasn't been shut down yet. It's fully open. And as an adult, we get distracted with everyday humdrum life. We got obligations, we've got responsibilities, we got to go get our checkups, we got to go, we got to feed ourselves, the kids, maintain the household, we got to go to work, blah, blah, blah. And that's all well and good, but there needs to be time for play. And they're showing me you practicing in the next 3 months how to get back into that open state of imagination, because it's actually connected to your work somehow, whether it's literally the work that you do. Maybe you're a creator, a creative, or there's a new project that you're needing to be creative with, or it's something that you are working on spiritually, right? The work of enlightening the soul and working with that clairvoyance is part of that. So embrace your imagination and have fun with it. Have fun with it. Oh yeah, healer. You have the power to help and heal others. They are showing me the doctor here. So there is a healer. I don't know if it's like an actual allopathic doctor or if this is a healer, a non-traditional Eastern, Western, whatever, who's showing you, pointing to something. They're pointing to something. Love. Love that. The answer that you're seeking is love. It always is. It always is. It's the source of all things. It's the answer in my books to just about any question. Love. And not just relational love, but higher love. Best friends, true friends, stick together no matter what. So playing with your friends, healing with your friends, connecting through love and relationships, really like focusing on what brings you happiness and joy. Maybe this is spending time on your own, exploring that. Maybe it's doing it with other people. I do see you kind of like not letting your walls decay or fall down or become permeable, but having those boundaries in place so that you can connect in ways that brings you true fulfillment and happiness. And Spirit is telling me right now, they said lasting success. So that's going to lead group number 3 to lasting success far beyond the next 3 months. And they're saying something about the methods and the means, the methods and the means, and they're showing me those scales again. Okay, yeah, try something new. You'll only know that you can do something if you try. Practice to improve the skill. So you're being called to try something new and see if it brings you happiness. Maybe it's a healing modality. Maybe it's a creative art. Maybe it's a new meditation technique. Let me see. Teamwork. Work with others to make this situation come about. Teamwork makes the dream work. See love in all your relationships. Look at the wall and the cat's sitting on top of the wall connecting with the unicorn. So this is not a time to let your boundaries become barriers, group number 3. This is a time for you to connect with people. You don't have to take down those walls. You just have to know when they're appropriate. And right now, over the next 3 months, Spirit's really advising you to focus on play and connection and friendship and teamwork and new creative projects and having fun. Taking care of your physical health so that you can have the time and energy to go and do that. Now they're pointing me back over here. Look on the bottom, laughter. You need a good laugh. It's going to raise your vibration. It releases those happy chemicals in the brain, which is connected to the spirit. The spirit, the soul, and the body are not separate. They're all one. So it will have a beautiful cascading effect into your spiritual health, your physical health, and the journey that you're on. Okay. Yeah. See, you just saw me do that. I split the deck randomly. Imagine. This is what they're talking about, using your imagination. What would you see, feel, think, and hear if your wish came true? So focus on your imagination and gratitude. Think about the people and things you feel grateful for, because that's going to expand that happiness and bring you more of it. Okay, I'm going to go in with the Woodland Wardens. For group number 3, I'm curious about the career situation. What's going on with that? Can I get insight? The Bobcat and Blackthorn, patience. So you're being called to have patience with a career change or something to do with how you earn money. The Ram and Dahlia, determination. Patience and determination. Practice trying new things, collaborating with people, having fun. It doesn't need to be all work and no play. Make sure that you're balancing these areas of your life. And oh my God, happiness again. You can't, what? Happy, happy, happy. The Ladybug and Sweet Pea. And they want me to read that one specifically from the book. Let me see what's on the bottom. Hope. Love it. The Butterfly and Snowdrop. Hope. If you've been feeling desolate, downtrodden, overworked, unsure of your relationships, walled in, fenced in, if you've been feeling unappreciated, group number 3, you're going to see that shift in the next 3 months. And how you're going to do it is by focusing your mind. They keep saying the word entrained. Entraining your mind to that vibration, that frequency of happiness and hope, because that's going to create more of itself. Okay. happiness. Symbols of good luck and fortune, ladybugs are wonderful insects known to keep garden pests like aphids at bay. The sweet pea is a beautiful, scented climber. In the Victorian era, sweet peas were given to thank hosts for a lovely time. Combined, the ladybug and sweet pea represent ease and happiness. I'm really seeing you like having people over, going out with friends. Like there's a lot of hospitality, a lot of healing that's occurring through the love that you share with the people in your life that really do bring you joy and that feeling of happiness. And anytime where you feel like I should be focusing on work or I should be focusing on some of these obligations, have patience with that. Know that the determination you need in those areas is being supplemented by the taking care of your health in these other areas of your life. So upright, this card is talking about you entering a period of happiness, positivity, and good luck. Celebrate your joy by sharing it with others. Yes, most definitely, because that's just going to amplify it beautifully. What brings me happiness? How do I invite? I almost wanted to say invoke more joy in my life. How do I invite more joy into my life? How do I invoke more joy in my life? Yes. Group number 3, this is such a beautiful reading. It's so positive, overwhelmingly positive, which is very vastly different than kind of the messages that were coming through in the other 2 groups. They're all powerful readings and they're here for a reason, but yours is really strongly talking about this happiness. And you deserve it, okay? You deserve to be happy. You deserve to feel connected, to embrace friendship and joy, laughter and love. You deserve to feel free and light as a feather. If you feel like you're having a hard time connecting with other people, or if you feel like you attract people that you need to have walls up against, start working on becoming your own best friend. Start working on making yourself laugh and dedicating moments of healing and joy for your own well-being with you. Spend time with you. Open up that imagination. It's like having an imaginary friend almost. You know, when you form this relationship with yourself, even like anthropomorphizing a part of yourself or an emotion or an energy, it can help you see yourself more clearly and set those healthy boundaries, not only outside of you, but within you, so that the establishment of that security doesn't force people out of your life, and it doesn't require that you keep people at arm's length or at bay. And you're better able to discern who the people are that are really going to bring you joy and happiness and who the people are just going to drag you down. So you're better able to do that because your relationship with you is so strong. And that's what I'm seeing here, especially connected to that third eye. It's talking about discernment. It's talking about understanding the duality. Knowing when and where is appropriate to relax and play and open up and have fun, and when and where to be focused and determined and strong and assertive. And I really think group number 3, I wanted to say feel, but the word think came out, so it's very mental. You are becoming a lot stronger in your capacity to be able to allow yourself to feel those higher vibrational states of love, joy, play, imagination, and the freedom that comes with that. So embrace it and practice more and more and more. So yeah, that's what I see over the next 3 months. Beautiful, happy reading for you, group number 3. I love to see it. If you were drawn here, yeah, there's a lot of blessings, a lot of joy coming. So let yourself enjoy that. If you feel drawn to the other groups, just keep in mind that this is really the main focus. The other 2 are how you get there, or the work that you're doing to propel you into this joy, happiness, and freedom. And a big thank you to Otter Spirit for sending me these celestite, amethyst, and rose quartz crystal bracelets. I have a discount code for you guys if you're interested. It's in the description box below. You can scan the QR code or go to otterspirit.com to receive a discount on these collections of crystal bracelets that they have and other crystal jewelry. They're really cool, and every purchase goes to help otters and marine wildlife. So it's definitely worth it if you're looking to purchase some crystals to help jazz up that frequency. Definitely heart chakra connected to love, celestite, crown chakra, and freedom frequency. I'm feeling that strongly all of a sudden. Amethyst is third eye. So yeah, use your intuition and let that be your guide. Don't forget to check out my new channel, the Divine Channel Collective, where I bring through collective energies and messages direct from spirit. And we do a lot more deep diving there. So if you're curious or you're interested in that type of reading style, it's a lot more nitty gritty. It's a lot more intensive, and we're able to get more detail. So come on the journey with me. Link is in the description box below. And thank you to the donors and the members here on the channel who support my work by sending in cards, donations, super chats, and memberships that help to keep me doing what I'm doing, providing these messages for you. I really, really am thankful for you guys helping me to keep myself afloat and do this collective work that I love so much. I love you. I appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next reading. Bye.